Dad, you're too reckless. Drop a bomb.
All right.
I said drop a bomb, Dad.
Yo, what's going on? Live and direct, ready to talk, Red Wednesday, New Year settings, let's go. Man said I'm on the Jamaican timing, bruv. Get out of here, bruv. Don't forget to like the video. Hey, Isaac, how you doing, bro? Long time, bruv. In South Africa, it was late at that time. There you go. Jet lag is real. If you lot know, man, we gotta talk. One Don MUFC says, wow, F these players. All right. So listen, people, we gotta talk. I'm gonna let you guys talk. I'm just gonna read you a few quotes that I've been reading on Twitter so far. Ragnick has told Ahmad he can leave on loan in January. How do you feel about this? This one I couldn't believe. Yeah, we'll come back to that one. Here you go. Twanzibi is done. Yeah, deal signed. Again, he's with Napoli now. Yep. Let's see what happens there. There's so much to talk about. Here's this, though. This is what you lot really want to hear, yeah? Mike Phelan is come to fix the divide in the dressing room. Mike Phelan listen, hear this. Mike Phelan recently had a 2-hour discussion with Ragnick, which will help to assist him in unifying the squad. Wait, what the hell is going on? Mike Phelan has been asked, to prevent the club falling in season into disarray. He's seen the ideal man to build bridges in the dressing room, which is divided into cliques. What is going on? We're interested in Ruben Neves. That's interesting. Is there anything else that I need to read? Is there anything else? Yeah, we're talking about certain players. Ethan Laird going out on loan to Bournemouth. But the main topic of the conversation is the dressing room. What's going on? The players are not happy with the style of training. The players are upset again. Who do we listen to? How is Mike Phelan the one to save the day? I don't know where to start. What say you lot? Like, this is gonna be I believe this will be a super show because I'm here to listen. I'm here for you lot to talk. It's Red Wednesday. My thoughts on it is these players have been given too much power, and the fact that we're bringing Mike Phelan in, like, what, not bringing him in, but he was in like another room, and now they said, come in here and fix it. It kind of makes me sick. I hope this is just paper talk. I hope this is nonsense. I hope this is rumors, and it's not as bad as they say it is. But blood, list all the players you would keep now, bro. Players I'd keep. That's a good thing. We'll do that in the show, actually. Doesn't Mike Phelan work for United View? I think he's on loan still. Bloody hell, man. This is not good. All right, I'm going to open the lines. Let's go. Invite. Copy. We see the evidence on the pitch, bro. All right. This team, man. This team is just hurting me. Here you go. Link is there. Let's talk. That's it. Let's talk. Again, you lot, KG20 for 20% off. Beard Surgeon is there. Here you go. Cemetery settings, KG. We're under the mud. Oh, man. This is real. All right. So I got Rayan. I got Parallel. I got Adrian. I got Jonathan. Let's go, man. It's worrying times though with the paper talk that's coming out. But let's see what happens. Let's see how this conversation goes. Parallel.
Yeah.
That pace, bro. I don't know. You're seeing these statements that are coming out from the club, not from the club, but just from in the nose. Important journalists and stuff. And Ragnick having a 2-hour conversation with Phelan after he said he doesn't do anything at the club. What's your thoughts on everything? Where are you at with everything?
I take it with a grain of salt, but for the interest of this conversation, like I'll entertain it in it, like, you know what I mean. But like you got to promise you're not going to sin bin me.
I won't sin bin you.
You got to promise, because my thing is a bit different.
I'm not sin binning today. There's a sin bin amnesty. This Red Wednesday, no one will be sin bin because it's Red Wednesday. People need to talk without having the feeling of being kicked off the show. Go ahead, bro. I ain't even got a timer. I haven't even got a timer. Right. There you go.
I'm gonna take a different approach in it.
Yeah.
And like my thing is like I've seen people. I saw your video on the other channel that you're on, and like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And you were saying like these players don't care and red, and I get it. We're fans. We're angry, and like people aren't really necessarily being like. Well, let me not say people. I think in general there isn't really an empathetic settings when it comes to these players. It's very easy to be angry at football players, isn't it?
Doesn't the empathy run dry considering like where we are in the league and how they're not trying though?
I'll tell you what, yeah. Let me run through it. When I run through it, if you have any questions, bro, tell me. Like my thing is, I wrote it down first, and I said, "No, let me freestyle it. Otherwise, I'm gonna be off it." But all right, I know what you're saying, but at the end of the day, look at it from the Europa League final. From the Europa League final, yeah.
Yeah.
My, don't worry, AB, you'll be back. Jesus is Lord.
You'll be back. Amen.
but yeah, from the Europa League final.
Go carry on.
From the Europa League final through to the Euros, we ain't got not a single Italian player in our team, bruv. From what I can remember, not a single Italian player. So everybody had a shit Euros. Through to the management and how this season's all falling out. Our players have been confirming L's. I personally believe that it's very easy to be angry at 20-something-year-old millionaires. It's the easy things to say, oh yeah, crack the whip, throw them in with the kids. It's easy. Like people at the top who are from money don't necessarily like footballers because they see them as low class, and people who necessarily don't have money don't necessarily like millionaires. So football players are the most easiest target to like just basically crack the whip on, innit?
Yeah.
Me, I'm looking at it as more of a thing of these players had a dream. They had a dream. They felt they were going to be the players who were going to end the United's run. They felt they were going to win a European title. They felt like, rah, we're actually building towards something. And right up until December 2020, it was happening. Their dreams was actually being actualized. They felt like, rah, we're actually here. And suddenly reality hit. And it all just kind of went away. And I think part of the reason why.
Is that though?
Pardon?
Whose fault is that?
Listen, it happens, innit? Like you've had journeys to success as well, innit? And like my whole thing is like it's not necessarily how you fall down, it's how you get back up, innit? And they do need to be inspired. That's that's what I saw Ollie weren't able to do. It was the Watford match. I still have some feelings to how Ollie left, and I don't want to get into that because we know how people feel about my Ollie takes on this show. But my whole thing towards that whole thing is they need to be inspired. These players aren't the sort of players you see at Liverpool. They're not the sort of players at Chelsea. They're dreamers. They're not mentality, yeah, we're going to win, we're going to crack. They're not that. They're dreamers. What spurred them on when they were winning with Ollie was they actually believed. They believed in their dream. They believed they were qualified for their dream. All of a sudden, you have pundits, you have fan channels, you have everybody under the sun telling them they're not qualified to have that dream. That dream they were having, it was bollocks. So if you feel like crack the whip mentality is going to be what's going to wake up these players, I'm here to tell people, me and
oh no, not on the punchline. Oh no, parallel. It's not even a sin bin, you know. It's not even a sin bin.
Yo,
go on. If I'm here to tell you that,
if you feel like crack the whip, these guys are lazy, they don't care about us. If you think they're that sort of players, yeah, they're not. You can't tell me Rashford after the Europa League final is a player who don't care.
Okay.
Hello?
I'm listening.
That looked like a player. Yo, no. It looks like my thing is moving mad. Can I come back in that?
Yeah, come back.
Let me come back. Let me go to the background and come back and sort my thing out.
People are saying is it me though? You lot like, hold on. It was KG all along. Nah, no way. You lot, is it me? Is my Wi-Fi moving crazy? Let me bring someone in. Rayan, is it me, bruv?
No, you're fine, man.
My thing's fine. It's parallel, isn't it? Someone said God just had enough, bro. God said, allow it, bro. Nah. There you go. Oh man. So parallel saying that your back it buffered a bit still. Oh no, it's not even like I got my wife here to just help me like fix it in that. I'm stressed, bro.
You're fine now. You're fine.
I'm fine. It'll be like because I want them not. Yeah, I'm stressed. Cool. Rayan, talk to me, man. What's wrong with this club, man? What's going on? Like, what's your thoughts on just, bro? The floor's yours, fam. We've heard there's a lot of stuff coming out talking about how players are not happy with the training regime. Parallel saying that I believe what you're saying is it's not time to crack the whip. These guys had a dream, and then it's almost like their dream was crumbled by pundits, fan channel, all these other people come out and said these things. And that's why they are the way they are. I don't want to put words into his mouth, but that's what I was trying to read from what you're saying. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, first off, just want to say, big up. I haven't spoken to you in a while, but I wanted to say, I want to say, look, I think this is going to be pretty controversial, but I'm going to say it. I think we got to stop blaming the players. I'm being honest.
Another one.
I'll say
it. Why do you say that? Go on, break.
Look, KG, I think it comes from the top. Okay, I'm going to give you an analogy. All right, if we're in a school, okay, and you go into a classroom, and the teacher doesn't have control of the students, and then the higher ups, the principals, you got a bad student. Now keep him; he'll be fine. He'll be all right. Give him a chance. He'll be all right. Mm-hmm. And you got a new teacher coming. And the students know there's a new teacher coming in every year, every 2 years. The philosophy is bad. What are the students going to do? They're going to rebel. They're going to do whatever they want. I don't blame the players. If I was in that situation, I think I can do whatever I want. If we had a yes man 2 years ago, I'm going to do whatever I want. So we got to stop blaming the players, I think.
But then, so now that let's say they're bringing a good teacher. Let's say they're bringing a teacher that's got a decent pedigree that is gone and got results in other places. Surely the players now, the students have to fix up. No?
You would say that, but then what I go back to is this, that we get a good teacher, but then the higher-ups don't give the teacher control. So I'll give an example. We had Louis van Gaal, 2 years. Okay, fine. You don't like him. He didn't get his time. He came in. Mourinho, proven winner, comes in. He blows up on the dressing room because he didn't get what he wanted from the higher-ups. Yeah. You give the one person time, which was Ali. And Ali he doesn't have the credentials to do what he wants. And now you got Ralph coming in. He's another short-term stop, isn't he? I mean, every manager we've had, I think, has been a short-term stop since after Ferguson. I mean, Moyes, besides Moyes, we thought he was going to be the man. He wasn't. Van Gaal, short-term stopgap. Mourinho was definitely going to be a short-term stopgap because everywhere he goes, he's gonna blow up. And I think that was. Then you have Ali. We gave him a short-term stopgap. We made him the manager for no reason. And now you got Ralph, another short-term stopgap. So if you ask me, we need someone who's gonna be backed, because I think that problems go from the top. Who was Murto? I don't know, man. Who was he? I've never heard of the guy.
Yep.
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
I can't do it, KG. When I see Fletcher, man, I think I told you before McKenna was killing me. When I see Fletcher, I really want to lose it. Forget the players. Forget the ball going out of bounds. Fletcher. So it's just, I think the problems go from the top. And we don't have a manager who has control. The person who has been right about this team, and people won't like this, I don't think you'll like this either, KG, has been Jose Mourinho. He's been right about this club. I've never heard someone predict the club the way he has. I've never heard. I went on Saeed's channel and I told him, and Saeed looked like he was shocked a little bit. I know we don't got that much time, but I'm just gonna break it down from the beginning for a little bit. All right.
Let me quickly read the super chats and hold on to that thought. Joseph says Pogba leaves the dressing room and it goes to rubbish. Looked like he was the glue, not the cancer. I mean, every player he plays with seems to love him. Okay, so here you go. Adam says, I'm waiting for the day Parallels comes with a good take. From defending Ollie to this, I'm giving up. Adam the scholar. Had enough. He's had enough. Adam chose violence. Yeah, I hear that. Still, I'm going to talk to Adam today, hopefully. There you go. But you're saying that it's the gone.
I was saying,
on that last point.
Yeah, I will say the last thing. Mourinho has been right about this thing the whole time, and I'll say why. Luke Shaw, you look at him, okay? Listen, I'll say starting off, he's a very controversial manager. You know, he fell out with a lot of players, but he's been right about a lot of things. Luke Shaw, can you hang your hat on him? No. He said Dalot's going to be our right back for the next 10 years. Who's starting for Manchester United now is Diego Dalot.
Yeah.
He brought in Lindelof to the club. He wanted Maguire. All these players he wanted. He wanted Maguire. I think he would have made Maguire work with Lindelof. That's just my opinion. Matic, he brought in the only CDM that we've had that's been good for the past 10 years. McTominay's been playing for 3 or 4 managers now. He brought him to the club. He brought Fred in. He said Rashford's not a number 9. Rashford went to the left after 5 games. Martial wants to leave the club. He wanted Martial gone. He wanted Pogba gone. He wanted a right winger. We got Sancho. So he's been right about everything. He said we're not a football club. He said we're a commercial club. It's all coming to fruition now. And listen,
1 second, I'm just going to give you someone's had an Adrian is like moving his hands. He's not sure about the stuff that you're saying. Adrian, respond to this. He's saying a lot of stuff, bro.
Well, first off, long time no see, so happy New Year's to you,
Happy
KG.
New Year. What's going on?
So I'm gonna choose violence today.
Come on, bro.
I'm choosing violence, and I'm not fully disagreeing with what he said, right? Because Jose was right. However, this is when I have to say enough is enough. What has been the constant throughout all these managers? It's these players. There's at some point when you tell these players, you know what? Sit down and shut up. Because I can tell you right now, if we're talking about who really is for this squad, David De Gea, Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo has standards. David De Gea knows what he has to do, right? Yeah. The other ones, I don't know too much about. Harry Maguire, he ain't worth to lead rats off of a sinking ship. All right. That is true. All right. You can say, if Parallel wants to say these players are dreamers, they need to be motivated. Look at the table. How about you go up into the stands and talk to those fans that travel all across the country the way to watch you play and say they need motivation. At some point, it is on you. You can say, yes, I didn't bring it today, but you know what? I'm not going to go on social media to do whatever they tell me. I'm telling you right off the bat, this is on me. And look, you can say I'm bringing 100%. I may be, just not have it today. But you know what? I'm not going to do it because guess what? For all of us that watch this club and pay that money, there's a little boy or girl who's seen that. And they're saying they're getting paid all this money to do what? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. And that's why I say the board, if we want to talk about the board, we already know what the board is all about. All right. That's it. But I'm tired. I'm tired of these excuses of letting these players off of the hook. Like come on.
Rayan, he's spoken, bruv. You've been talking about teachers and this, that, and the other, and supplies and all that, bruv. He's come in and said, bro, look at the table, fam. You keep saying that everyone else should be blamed and stuff. What now, bro?
If you ask me, I mean, I don't disagree with him. I'm saying that the players are, I mean, of course the players are at fault, but is it the players' fault that they're not good enough? Is it the players' fault that they're here, that they're starting, that they get it right? The managers can only do so much. Like, look at Ralph. He's coming in. He wants to test the player. He wants to see. He's coming. He's not biased. He's giving players a chance. Besides Van de Beek, I don't know what's going on with him. But he's giving everyone a chance. He's trying to give them a chance. I want to see if they fit in my system, this and that. And if they're coming in, if they're not good enough, is it the manager's fault? He wants them. We wanted Martial gone a couple years ago, and then the Glazers blocked it. Is it Martial's fault now that he's in the squad? He's there. If we can't, how can we blame the players? Yes, the players aren't giving.
I feel like, all right, cool. Again,
multiple things can be true. Multiple things can be true. I think this is what it's not a clear black and white. The board is shit. We know that. The players are not good enough. We know that. Yeah. They have shown that to us. Okay? Because trust me, I'll say this. What do you think would happen if Roy King was up in there? What do you think would happen if Antonio Conte was up in that dressing room right now and they were still playing like that? At some point, multiple things can be true, but we have to stay consistent. These players are not good enough. It's time for a clear out. a true, and if I hear the word United DNA one last time, that has been the worst thing that has happened to this club because we are stuck in the past.
All right, listen, Adrian, Rayan, thank you so much. I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to get some other people in here. I like this 2 at a time thing. It just keeps the conversation flowing and that. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. So what I'm going to do right now is, let me bring Parallel back in. I'm going to bring Parallel with Jonathan as well. Parallel, Jonathan. Hey, you go, Parallel. People in there
Big
saying,
up KG.
Welcome, Jonathan. Good to see you. Parallel, I don't know if you're back, bro. Turn on your mic, bro. Is he gone?
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
There you go. A lot of people not really happy with the take, bro.
Yeah, my guy. It's funny because if these people were at work and a boss or a manager came in and was treating them like that, they wouldn't have the response that they have now. And that's a fact. Just because you're a millionaire don't mean that you're suddenly void of being a human being, bro. That's not how human beings work, bro.
Parallel. But do you agree with the leaks? Do you think it's right that players talk to the press behind the manager's back and say all these things?
First and foremost, I already began the thing saying I take it with a grain of salt.
But it's coming from multiple sources like Sky Sports. They can't all be lying.
Sky Sports, like, I don't consider any press really credible like that. I remember, like, there's been times where they've said,
Parallel's on that fake news thing.
Rashford said, oh, he was unhappy not starting the game. And then Rashford tweeted, what are you lot talking about? We won.
But Parallel, even Luke Shaw in his post-match said that the dressing room is divided. It came from his mouth.
They put a whole stuff.
Hold on, Parallel. Give him a chance to respond, and I want you to respond to this. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Yeah, because Luke Shaw in his post-match interview said that they're divided, and the leaks said that they're cliques. There's like a British clique, there's a Portuguese clique, and like they're not together, they're not united. And like if you line up for what Luke Shaw said and what it says online, it kind of seems like it matches.
So you're saying so are you asking me, do I think they're united as they're one or something like that?
Yeah,
I believe about in terms of a mutiny against Ragnar. If you're talking about if there's cliques at work. We have people at work who, we're friends. We speak to those other people, but it's not necessarily so. It's not normal for not all 11 are going to be mates like that.
Team though to get 3 points at certain workplaces. Certain workplaces you can just work on your own and get the job done.
What I'm trying to say
is required. There you go. This is required that we're a team.
In general, what I'm saying is if you're talking about them away from the pitch, is there clicks? I believe, which was my wider point, that these people actually felt they were going to achieve something. They didn't achieve it, and they're looking at one another saying, you know what, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is probably the reason why I didn't achieve it. This player is probably the reason why I didn't achieve it. So internally, away, they're probably looking at other people and saying, you know what, this player probably wasn't the reason why we didn't get to where we were supposed to get to. So there might be fractions there. Do I think there's a fracas and they're all arguing and spitfiring and don't want to play with each other? No.
What I heard is, you know the mad thing is,
let me read this because that's funny for Rich though. Eagle Life Football says, Parallel, I'm starting to think you have an issue with your manager, bro. Pure work analogies.
I'm not a manager. I'm a bit above that, but I hear you.
No, Jonathan.
You know what's mad, The reaction to Lukaku is quite similar because he did that interview, and the amount of backlash that the fans got. Our players are doing the similar thing, but instead of doing interviews, they're just leaking. So like, all this energy for Lukaku, and there's not the same energy for our players.
Oh man, listen. I'm sorry. I'm gonna remain calm. Let me because I know. I'm gonna remain calm. Let me ask you a question, KG. Is Ronaldo rubbish?
No.
Is Greenwood rubbish?
No.
Is Rashford rubbish?
Definitely not.
Is Bruno rubbish?
Rashford's playing bad now.
Is he rubbish?
No, he's not.
Is Varane rubbish?
No.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka rubbish?
Come on, nephew.
Is he rubbish?
Nah, he's not rubbish.
I'm not having this that these players are shit and not good enough and they don't care. But we've seen that they care.
What they good enough?
No, let me land this point I'm trying to say. Their heads have gone.
Whose fault is that, Parallel?
Themselves. Of course it's themselves. But a manager's job is to re-inspire. After you fail, you re-inspire. You have to, it's not a one rule for all. I'm going to get the whip and crack everybody and say, if you don't play, I'm playing you, the kids. You've got to look at the player and say, right, is this the sort of player who I can crack the whip on? Or is this the sort of player who I can say, right, put my arm around his shoulder and get him to want to play again? They might be almost, everybody in the old United squad that was winning trophies weren't necessarily players that were, yeah, I'm ruthless. They said Nani was a bit of a baby. They said Ronaldo was a bit of a baby. They had to pick he had to pick the players who he spoke to in a certain kind of way. If you've got some Iron Maiden just walking in thinking, right, I'm going to have cracked the whip on everybody, it's going to flop. I didn't want to do this again on your platform, bro, but you know what I'm saying?
Bro, listen, you're passionate, bro. I'm cool with it. Like, I ain't got no issues. Jonathan, respond. Like, as you said, none of these players are rubbish. They need to be inspired. What were you saying?
Not inspired.
The team doesn't trust one another. There's no chemistry. Like, I've heard there's rumors that like Ronaldo doesn't rate half the squad and he doesn't trust them, and like you can't have a team that doesn't trust one another. So there's obviously an issue there as well.
I personally believe they're doubting themselves. I personally believe they are doubt when Oli kept saying, yo, believe in yourself, trust in yourself. I believe when they kept collecting them L's from the Euros to the Europa League, to the way they lost first place and thing, I believe they are doubting themselves, and they have been. Ronaldo comes in, maybe it might have compounded that a bit for them, where they might be feeling a little bit inadequate. A good manager's job is to say, hey, whatever, listen, you can put all the systems and get them to be systeming. You can do all the philosophy and be doing your philosophizing, whatever you want to bloody be doing. Yeah, if you don't believe, it ain't gonna run. That's why I said when people come and say, yeah, Ragnick ain't it, Adam, your guy Ragnick, all them books waffle, it don't work. So I don't care about all of that scholar nonsense. It's bollocks. If you listen, if you want to look at Nagelsmann and all of these people, they tell you football is 20% tactics, 80% people. Nagelsmann, this guy that what's his name? The philosopher, this whatever this guy is supposed to be, Ragnick is supposed to come and he said it weren't even, he's saying 20% of what this man has told me is what I use. The other 80% I learned is how I learned how to manage people. So all of this tactics and that, no, it don't work like that.
Yeah,
you have
but
to
parallel.
figure out how
Even if they're inspired, the players, I don't see inspiration being the difference between us.
I'm not talking about
Give Jonathan a chance. Give Jonathan a chance.
I don't see inspiration being the difference between us and the teams above us. Like obviously there has to be some quality in the side that we don't have at the moment.
Brother, when I'm saying mentality, like I just went through a list of players, innit? When Liverpool are saying mentality monsters, they don't come out and say gang press monsters. They say mentality monsters. They recognize the differences in their mentality. Klopp has figured out how to tap into them players and make them monsters. That's what I'm looking for Ragnick to do. These players' heads went. Anybody with a brain who has managed people can see these players' heads went. They're not in it. They're not in everything they thought they were going to achieve, they flopped. It's his job not to come in and say, I'm going to implement my 4-2-2 philosophy, even though I haven't got two natural strikers in Kwasiasem. He needs to be able to really look at his players and say, right, my players' heads have gone. If I want them to run through walls for me, how do I get them to do that? And if people still want to stay, it's easy. They're 20-something-year-old millionaires. You man can sit on here all day and cuss them out and say they're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. Footballers don't have a voice. I have a boy who's a footballer. We speak on it. You man can do all of that, innit? It won't get you nowhere. What you can do is look at it a bit different. But anyway,
wicked.
Yeah, parallel.
Box office as usual. Listen,
yeah,
look
yeah,
up.
let them hate, innit? I'm gonna let the comments, engagement, and all of that.
I big up parallel, man. He even said Kwasi as well, you know, dropped a little Ghanaian for us as well, but not Ghanaian because it's not like I don't know
KG,
I don't know. Yeah, actually, I don't even know if it's Twee or whatever. Sorry,
KG. I think some of these players have too much power. Like, there's no one calling these players out for doing this sort of thing. They're like, it can't be right to do all this leaking thing. It's not right.
Yeah,
like they're too comfortable. And Ranick's been there a month. I don't agree with like blaming the manager. He's been there a month. You got to give him time. And like for him to be dealing with all this drama, it's like the players. I don't think they realized like what they're doing. They're just acting out of emotion.
100%. There's well, listen, as you got like you in parallels almost coming from two different places. I respect. There's a part of me that can respect what Parallel's saying, but I think we passed that issue. I think we passed that saying that these guys need to be re-inspired. These guys need to understand what it means to wear the shirt. That's why I feel these players need to understand, look, you're at Big Man United. yes, you're getting paid, but let's change the thing about getting paid. Yeah. Some people I wouldn't even use me, but let's say I started this channel. At first, there was like 10, 50, you lot remember, 60 people here. Yeah. I still got to try my best for you lot. I can't just say, because no one's here and I wanted this channel to be as big as all the other channels. I don't care. You can't have that attitude. You got to come and give your best. And at the moment, at Man United, they're not working harder than Burnley. Man United are not running harder than Newcastle. Man United are getting turned over by teams that they should have, bro, losing to Watford, bro. These players have done this. And when they were inspired, because let's keep it real, when Ollie was at the wheel and they said they love that guy, well, what happened? When you love this guy and you lost 5-0 to Liverpool.
The thing with Ollie,
let's not have that, bro. We're not doing
people
that.
At the club liked Ollie because he was one of them. He was a legend of the club. There's rumors that the players see Rangnick as an outsider. They don't accept him. Like with Ollie, they're like him.
Bruv. Nah, bruv, he ain't no outsider, bruv. You man can end up being outsiders if you don't fix up, bruv. Anyway, Jonathan, thank you so much, bruv.
So you don't agree with the British clique then? Because that's basically, it's rumors
listen, if you're not trying to run, I don't even think it's about, I'm not sure about this clique thing, innit? My thing is, if you're not working hard for the club and not working hard for the badge, piss off. Simple as that. I don't know, and that you can be from any country. I don't think it's a country thing. I think there's players that are just not trying. Simple as that. There's players that
I think that dressing room is hella divided. I don't think they're together. Yeah. I've heard there's like Cristiano and Bruno, like there's that Portuguese side and then there's that British side that they just don't like each other.
That's mad. All right, listen, Jonathan, let me move on. Let me bring some other people in here. We'll speak to you in a second, bro. Bruv. How's I don't believe that is turning to that. Like, 1 second, let me get in. I'm gonna bring in Shaun because he's been talking some mad things as well. And I'm gonna bring in Cundinho. Yo,
what's up, KG?
Right? Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year. Hope everyone's well and good luck for 2022. Wish you all the best.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. I love that.
Even though I'm a rival, you remember me.
Yes,
I'm the City fan.
Oh, bloody hell!
What? Me, yeah?
Oh, wait, hold on. No, because you and Shaun and I have the same thoughts as well. So this might not work.
I put in the super chat recently. I said,
wait, you stay here. I'm gonna take Shaun out and I'm gonna bring in Ferbs. And Shaun, I'm gonna bring you back. Don't worry. But you two both want to drop a certain player, so it will make no sense having you in here. Let me bring in Ferbs actually for this one. Ferbs,
big man,
you're talking to a City fan. Be nice.
No, I respect Ferbs. I respect his opinion. He's not deluded like most of your fan base are.
Here he goes again. But we're gonna let this guy cook. I told you there's an amnesty. This guy called in at the right time because I'm doing a no sin bin amnesty today, bruv. Yeah. Man, I'm allowed to just say what they want to say. So I'll let Cundinho start, bruv. Talk to me.
You know, I recently put in a chat saying I put in super chat. I think a stream or 2 streams ago saying, I think the United fans have been led on, and I don't think they know the difference between consultant and that it might be a. Oh,
you!
It was me, yeah. Because my name's Abdallah. My name's Abdallah.
Yeah.
I tend to not put a lot of super chats because I'm kind of broke, and I don't get
stimulus, bro. No issue,
I'm kind of broke because most people don't want to employ me because I got a medical condition. So
okay, sorry about that, my brother.
But yeah, what can you do? I just like to, because I like you, you're one of my favorite YouTubers, so I respect you even though you're a rival. So
wait, hold on. So, big man, start YouTube, because if people don't employ you, bruv, start your own thing, bruv. Employ yourself.
I don't have the confidence that you guys have, and I respect you, man. I started.
Have you got a YouTube channel? Though I need to ask you that question. Get one, fam, because you're just self-employed, fam.
I used to have one when I was a kid, and I used to get bullied on it. So
bring it back, bruv. I'll support you, fam. Even though you support City, fam.
I respect you. So to go back on my point, I think it's a smokescreen with Ragnick. I know he's a pioneer and stuff like that, and I joke about he's like Ralph Ragnarok. I call him as a joke. Yeah, I think everyone's being fooled with this whole smokescreen of consultant. Isn't what's his name? Ed Woodward a consultant? Isn't he a consultant? And isn't what's his name gonna go upstairs? Isn't what's his name?
Ed
Richard
Woodward,
Arnold taking over.
Richard Arnold,
Richard Arnold taking over. So what is gonna change much? I think you just need to, if you're gonna don't get your hopes up. Just don't get your hopes up. This is why I don't fear you guys, with all due respect, even though you are the biggest club in the world and you're the biggest club in Manchester. I don't fear you guys. I don't see you guys putting us off our pedestal, even though you should be. You should be up competing with us. But unfortunately, you're just you are what we used to be, unfortunately. When we used to be celebrating derby wins, now you're celebrating derby wins while we're winning championships.
That's the realest. That's the realest stuff.
But we used to have that mentality. And you're big Manchester United. What is generally gonna, if you want to get to where you are, your mentality needs to shift, because we seem to have the mentality that you guys used to have.
You know what? There's no, again,
and
all I see is facts.
The only way for you guys to get rid of the Glazers, the only way, I feel like, the Glazers have to go extinct. I've said this time and time again on multiple United channels. The Glazers have to go extinct. That's the only way I see it.
You have to
because
get them out.
Buy out. They own the club, so on paper it's their property. Even though you are the fans and it belongs to you guys, what can you do if they don't want to go? You can't really do much,
bruv. All I'm saying is, you know what? Thank you for that, fam. Any more that you want to quickly get off your chest as well?
Nothing much, to be honest.
You even spoke facts, bro.
No, nothing much. I just wanted to give my opinions, and I wasn't gonna mock you guys. And to be honest,
no. Listen, it's all well and fair, fam. What I need to say to you, though, what I need to say to you, big man, is on a serious note. Even Brush says it, bruv. Bring back your YouTube channel, fam, and bun the pagans.
I was a kid and I don't really have much confidence.
Bring it back, bruv. You're bigger now, bruv. And again, you can manage it, and we'll support you. We'll support you. I won't really be supporting Man City, but I'll be supporting you, bruv. So
this is the thing. I always fear United in the derbies, but I don't really fear you guys no more. With all due respect, I just don't see you. In my opinion,
the sin bin button, but I said I won't do it.
As long as you guys have the Glazers, I don't see you progressing. Unfortunately,
That's real.
You need to get rid of them, and that's all due respect. Good luck. And to be honest, Ten Hag is coming to us in 2023. He's replacing Pep. So be careful. Be careful. He's coming to replace Pep.
It's not the sin bin.
And he will win us the Champions League. He will win us the Champions League, and Pep won't. And that's a controversial opinion. Pep won't win us the Champions League.
All right.
I'm one of few City fans who say that.
I'm not gonna again.
Good luck in the future. Hope
big up.
Soon. Good health and good happiness.
Thank you so much, man.
The rest of you guys.
Come on, man. Big up, man. I almost sin binned him at the end, but I said I'm gonna just. I almost, bro. I felt like I was drawn out, bro. But I said, KG, you're gonna be a big boy. Hold on, let me bring in Sharon as well. Here you go, Ferbs and Sharon in the house. There we go. Let's talk. Shayon, I'm going to let you set pace. I'm going to let you start because you've had a few things to say. You've seen a few things from you, bro. Give me everything. Just talk about everything that you think's wrong with the club. Just floor's yours. No simple.
No. I want to make, glad to hear that. I want to make 3 primary points. The first one is that, I think Roy Keane hit the nail on the head. This is a squad of bluffers. Yeah. They're quality players, but they are weak characters. They threw Mourinho under the bus. If you ask me, Ole had his flaws, but they threw Ole under the bus too. And now they're about to throw Ragnick under the bus. We've never been, Man United that I remember, we've never been about that galactical system of assembling the best players all the time. This squad to me looks like a galactical type of squad. Or looking for names as opposed to people that are actually willing to fight for the team. The whole Glazers conversation is a red herring to me because there's little to nothing that fans can do about it, honestly. And it seems for me more like a way for player FC. In United we have in the fans we have lots of player FCs, Marshall FC, Proba FC, Bruno Fernandes FC, Ronaldo FC now that he's back and everything. It seems to me a way for people to deflect from the core issues. Leading up to my second point, I think this toxicity and weak mentality that we have in the players, it's enabled by the fans, in my opinion, if you ask me. We, as a fan base, we've decided that some players despite the fact that they have achieved little to nothing in their personal careers. Like the best that they've done is that they've been able to assemble a nice YouTube compilation. And I think that applies to Fernandes. Unfortunately, that applies to Rashford. The only person who I think is a bluffer, but is slightly outside of this list is Pogba. That's because he's won the World Cup. And I think that French team is a special team, so that shouldn't count. But the fans aren't willing to face up to the fact that some of these players, we need to put aside our personal preferences for them and call them out on the fact that they are not willing to fight hard for this team. That toxic mentality, in my opinion, started from the whole Pogba Mourinho dispute. When we signed Pogba from Juventus, he was supposed to be, come back, pop back, was supposed to help us revitalize the team. Then there came a time where Mourinho was playing very well, we're second in the table, and he decided that this guy isn't giving me what I need. And fans basically said, the narrative was basically that Pogba is too good of a player to be questioned. And so if he's not playing well, then it must be the manager's fault. And that's the attitude that we've carried on from Mourinho through Solskjaer now to today. That there are a couple of players who are so quality that regardless of how they play, at any given point in time, if they're not performing, then it must be somebody else's fault other than these players. And I think that's a problem.
Right.
I think that's a problem. The last point I want to make, KG.
Go ahead, man.
The last point I want to make, KG, is about the squad being in balance. Now, this is what you're referring to in terms of super chats I've been putting out. The squad is imbalanced. If you ask me, there are too many players that we need to cater to specially. So with Pogba, we need to play a certain way to get the best out of Pogba. Same thing with Fernandes. We need to play a certain way to get the best out of Fernandes. With Ronaldo, we need to play a certain way to get the best out of him. With Maguire, we have to play like this. With Wan-Bissaka, we have to play like that. There are too many players that we need to accommodate for specially. That creates an imbalance in the squad. We need to focus on the team as a whole. Singling out our dearly beloved Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT. I love Ronaldo. I love Ronaldo as much as the next Man United fan. I cried in 2008 when he missed a penalty against Chelsea, the same way he was crying. I love Ronaldo to death. But let's just not forget that, number one, Ronaldo left us at the peak of his career. Number two, we're supposed to believe that if not for the fact that we were Ferdinand and Sir Alex and everybody begged him, the guy would have gone to Man City to play for them and to score many goals for them. Now, Ronaldo is the GOAT. You don't become GOAT at the peak of your career. You become the GOAT towards the end of your career, if you ask me. Ronaldo has reached that end stage of his career. He should be contributing to this team by coming up from the bench and popping goals and terrorizing defenders from the bench. We will never be able to play on the front foot. We'll never be able to dominate teams as long as Ronaldo is playing in the squad. Because the moment Ronaldo is there, everybody is playing towards accommodating Ronaldo. We've decided that our primary objective with Ronaldo in the team is to get him goals. If Ronaldo doesn't score, that is a problem, because that's the only thing Ronaldo contributes to what we're doing, Ronaldo scoring. We've decided that Ronaldo scoring last-minute goals, that is the entirety of his contribution to this United team so far. Last-minute winners, which are invaluable, but I think you can still get that with 30 minutes to go in the game, with 25 minutes to go in the game. Ronaldo, you're a big man. You've played all over the world. Sit down for 70 minutes, observe the opponent, observe how the team is playing, come in at your freshest, at your strongest, and then come on and do what you're doing. Starting Ronaldo all the time, I don't think you can take away from it. It takes away from the team. It reduces the ability of the team to move as a whole. You cannot press, say you want to press. Pressing only works with 10 players pressing together as a team. The moment one person isn't pressing, it destabilizes the whole system. It destabilizes everything, not just in terms of the tactics, but in terms of the mentality. Because everybody has decided that Ronaldo, not based on anything that he's doing right now, based on his name alone, he has to be playing. We just agreed. We've all implicitly agreed that Ronaldo, look at all the teams that Ronaldo is playing for now. In Portugal, and for Juve before he left finally.
So one second, let me stop you. You said a lot of people are saying I should rename you Big Sean, bruv. Here you go. Just had parallels coming for me. Waffle about Ragnick, books, etc. KG set something up in the DM. Send the link so I can answer back. Here you go. I saw Parallel respond saying, this guy's obsessed with me, bro. Parallel said he's living rent-free in his mind. Just because man shout doesn't mean he knows Jack. This I'm above the manager thing don't run with me. If you're confident, don't shout. Blood seed. Hey, anyway. What do you call it? Parallel did send a straight Adam's way, talking about all the books, and Ragnick is not doing what Ragnick's not doing what Adam said he would do. Because I remember Adam was like, he doesn't want certain managers. And then anyway, it feels too soon to be judging Ragnick. Ferbs, you heard everything Sharon was saying. One of the main things he talked about was accommodating players as well. We've had to accommodate this, and there's a fact in that we have to play we have to switch our style. For all these players need to be, Maguire needs it this way, Pogba needs it this way. There's so many players, even now with the issues with in the midfield. Bruno not being able to, well, I don't think anyone can play this 4-2-2 anyway. But what's your opinions? And he does say that Ronaldo should come off the bench and only play 30 minutes. He said a lot. What's your opinions, bro?
To be honest, if you have to agree with a lot of what Shane said, to be honest, Ronaldo goal wise, right, will always be a good. You can't take his goals away from him, but the game has passed on from just that individual part, right, where like you can only get bailed out, like he was saying, last minute goals. You need a team right now. Especially for us, like you might be able to get away with it if you got structure and you already got the foundation. But for us, we need to start over. We need to build from beginning again. And nobody wants to hurt or go through it, but we have to. The combination of all the shit that everyone's already pointed out, how much people make, whether or not if they're performing or not, the fact that we're gonna create all these extra little avenues for players just to get the best out of them, and it's still not getting it out of them. At this point, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to think about it, right? But I'd rather rip it up and just give the under 23s, bro.
Sharon,
maybe pick one or two big men to just help them out and just give the under 23s and let them, because they'll play for the shirt, man. You know what I'm tired of seeing? I'm tired of seeing the most basics of football not being done. And I understand for the last 3 years they're not being coached, so some people can't understand how a footballer who's a professional, let alone gets paid millions of dollars, can't do these simple things, right? But I'm said this before. The reason why people practice is to become second nature, and in actuality, first nature too. They don't think about these things no more, right? So you can see that these man's low on that vibe there. But bro, I said this to you about 2 streams ago. I said hold it for next time, right? Yeah, you have to, unfortunately, because look at how man's carrying on. They're complaining about everything. They're already being paid hella money, so you can't even say, well, if you want the P's, you gotta step up to the plate. They're already getting the P's, bro. So what you gotta perform for? You already got the money coming in. There's no motivation. They're crying about training sessions, extra training sessions, leaving at 5 o'clock. Every last time I turn around is a problem. But at the same time, as much as I'm not gonna go for Ralph's neck, I tell you this 2 streams ago, and you said hold it for a while, right? Is Ralph making the decision? That's what I asked you about 2 streams ago. And I'm gonna be honest with you, right? You said, well, why would I say that? And I said to you, well, big man like Fabrizio came in saying that he don't move like a baseman. He ain't go over here for that 6-month interim and then just go on about his business. He wants long term. He wants to be able to help the club build back. And on the surface, it sounds great. It's starting to look like what been duped though. I'm not gonna go all the way for it, but it's starting to look like what been tricked. Not so much on Ralph's side. I think he got tricked a little bit too, but something don't add up. Some of his decision making, like in the first couple of games, I get it. You're gonna let the same team that left, they won, you allow it. You let them play, you start making your own decisions based on what you see, based on your philosophy. But you're gonna tell me at this point right here, Scott McTominay still seeing 90 minutes every game? Every game? Donny Van de Beek can't see the field. The same strikers, the same people, the same formation. Even the last
it's not the same though.
Well, it's not the same, but it's a variation of the same thing.
All right,
for example, right? You're saying the team ain't showing me nothing, no different now. If you close your eyes, you wouldn't know if it was Ralph or Ollie in charge right now, other than the first 30 minutes of the Crystal Palace game. If somebody didn't tell you Ollie was quiet, or if you didn't look at the screen and see Ralph on the touchline, you wouldn't know the difference.
But my issue is what's the takeaway from that? If with two managers with diametrically opposed like playing styles, we both know that they have very different playing styles, very different ideas, but the outcome on the pitch is still the same. So how come we're still talking about the manager? Clearly, there's a problem.
I'm not talking about the manager, but one thing I have to say about it, though, Cheyenne, is when he sees the team playing as bad as we did against the last game, right? He said it. Both the last couple of games, he said, I didn't get what I wanted. I didn't see the intensity. What we done in training, it wasn't done on the pitch. Okay, so why you didn't change things? Why you changes he make? Let me finish. Look, the changes he makes, he's changing a lot of the frontline people and the 2 10s. But if the ball can progress from defense to midfield to them bridging up top, you gotta switch the midfield, my G.
Someone said Jungle Soldier says not true. We don't leak goals anymore. We did under Ollie.
We don't leak goals?
Yeah, we're conceding less goals than we did under Ollie. That's number one. Number two, that's the problem I have. Rangnick cannot win because some people, we've decided that there's some players that are just by virtue of whatever reason that we just feel like they are the answers to our problem, like Donny, for example. I don't think it's a coincidence. Sorry to say that McTominay has played through every iteration from Mourinho to Solskjaer to Carrick to Rangnick. I don't think it's a coincidence that McTominay has been a part of that. If I look back at the past 3 years or the past 4 years, my best memories as a United fan, the best games I've seen, McTominay was in the midfield. Whether it's against Barca, against PSG, against Man City, against Liverpool, some of the best games we've played where we actually like dominated the game and we attacked. McTominay was a key part of that. So I don't think it's a coincidence that he's still playing there.
Hey, Sean, you spent a lot of facts earlier, but when you say dominated games, United ain't dominated not one game, bro. Even the games where we won, I'm calling out specific games. The games in the past 3 years where we've come out and we've actually looked like Manchester United. So games against Barcelona, games against PSG, against Man City, the good games we've had against Liverpool, good games against Chelsea. In the midfield, it was McTominay there. It was McTominay and Fred like that were in those games, and those were games where our midfield was not overrun. I don't think it has anything to do with quality, the player's ability. Like McTominay, this is the same McTominay that gave us stellar performances against these teams that gave us shit, like against Wolves. It's the same player. I have to be honest.
It's the mindset that's the problem.
I don't personally agree with you right there, to be honest with you. I think McTominay has definitely been a part of some of them games that you're talking about that we have won, but you're talking about really dire football. You're talking about winning off of individual brilliance and people like Bruno, who everyone's shining all this hate on, winning the game for you. You're not talking about dominating the midfield. You're not talking about going into the game completely confident and throughout the whole game, say you're going to win the game or you can create ultimate chances to give yourself the chance to win the game. You're talking about bypassing the midfield, these long balls from Lindelof, skipping cross McTominay. I can name about 5 games where McTominay's probably had good games. You're talking about a 38 to 50 game season. McTominay,
no, I agree with you. I'm saying I agree with you. I'm saying the issue. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying the issue.
Season, Leeds and Burnley. You know how much games
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you that in general. I'm agreeing with you that in general, that McTominay hasn't had a good career or season like with United. But I'm saying the issue is not his ability. As far as I'm concerned, the United I remember, the United at its peak was able to put out Darren Gibson in midfield and Anderson in the Champions League semi-final. And we went into that game confident that we had as much chance to win as their opponent. Do you understand? It's not about the name of the player. It's about doing the simple things well and having that winning mindset, getting to the second balls first, passing, keeping it simple, you understand, being motivated to win the game. Or Ole was talking about drive and passion and desire, and people laughed at him. You understand? I'm not supporting Ole or trying to back him up or anything, but it's really as simple as that. Passion and desire. Liverpool and Man City hate to reference them, but they have quality players. But I guarantee you, check their running stats, they run more than their opponents. They win more second balls than their opponents. They have that drive. They hate that drive. So look at people in Liverpool's midfield, Henderson or Milner. Is Henderson was Henderson a world-class player before anything? He's been coached and he does the simple things very, very well. Look at somebody like Wijnaldum, or look at somebody like even one of the best defensive midfielders in the world, N'Golo Kante. His one is to get the ball and move it to somebody quickly, simple, nice football that packages and does simple things well. It's the mindset, it's the mentality, waking up every day.
And our mindset is rubbish, bro.
It's rubbish. That's what's missing.
Oh my god.
But it also comes from the fact that we accept so much mediocrity, then, man. People talking about McTominay and it ain't got lack of quality, then, right? The people you named off, when you talk about Jorginho and Conte and all them men are giving you 7 out of 8 performances every game. McTominay can give you that 3 games out of a whole season, then. So when people say it's not just that, right? You have to sort out. I explained this to people before the season started, last season as well. Some people was like, nah, man, we got Ronaldo, we got Sancho, we got Varane. You can't tell me one defensive midfielder is all we need. I'm not saying that that's the only thing. I'm telling you, if you don't win your midfield battle, more times than not, you're not going to win the game. And when you got Fred, McTominay, old school matches, not matches from Chelsea, matches that can't play 2 games a week. When you
I think this defensive midfield thing is a bit of a myth too.
All right, listen, lads. I'm gonna let me be fair and stuff and get the other man them in the house. And mate Sharon, thank you so much. First, big up my brother. Both of you, my brothers in the house. Anyway, still, I was hating on Shane because he was trying to drop Ronaldo. But what you're saying does make some sense. But is Ronaldo really coming here for 30 minutes?
It's not a binary choice. I don't care what Ronaldo wants. Do you understand? Like, I don't care what Ronaldo wants. Ronaldo was willing to go to Man City. He was willing to go to our noisy neighbors and play for them. I don't care what he wants. The team comes first.
Say no more. Big up, man. What a final statement. Fabs, give me your final statement as you leave, man. How do you think this is gonna end? Will it end sweetly? Are you saying what are you saying, bruv, before you get out of here?
Well, I'll say this, sir. I definitely once Conte was going, the next best option for me was Ralph. I was hoping to see a different version of Ralph. I'm not going for his neck and I'm not blaming him yet, but I definitely don't see some of the stuff he talks about being implemented on the field or even when he makes his changes. I'm going to give him some more time and I'm going to hope he can get it across to the players because I know it's been interrupted by COVID and, the Champions League game that it wasn't important. I know it's been a little bit of hit or miss, right? But I want to see a little bit more. I want to see a little bit more of what I saw in that first 30 minutes. I'm not expecting it for 90 minutes right out the gate, but I want to see 30 to get into 40. I want to see 40 get into 50, 55 minutes of us pressing as a team, playing as a team, and doing the Burns basics correctly, which is pass, move, and cover space, man. And it's not that hard, man. It's not that hard.
Thank you so much. Big up yourself, Stay blessed, my brother, man. Stay blessed.
One last thing, though, just as always, obviously, mom's the situation, but for the community, just send a little love out to my my older brother and my sister back home still, because this January 2nd lost his mama and lost her mom same way. So.
Oh man. All right.
She ain't got no easier still, but it is what it is.
Community, stand up, man. Community, go and support our brother. This is what I'm saying. We built this community. It's a real one. So listen, anyone's down, we're with them, fam. So yeah, I'm sending love, bro. Big up,
man. Respect to you, see?
Man. Big up. That's it. That's what the community is all about, fam. We look after our own, fam. There you go. Let me get this. Let me make space in the studio. Boom! You got my guy, Base the Kid. He's my fighter. If you watch Undefeated, man's got bare W's, fam. You can't talk boxing with this guy, bruv. Knows it to the back of his hand, fam. I'm telling you right now, if you want to have a boxing conversation, you're having a long day with this guy, bruv. Anyway, love to you in the new year, KG. Happy Capricorn season. We are the best, yes. And you'll be seeing Base heavy on Undefeated this year. Heavy, bruv. So big up, bruv. I had to make sure man them know what time it is, fam. 1 second, he's putting enough. And he's a Man United fan, so even easier to like, bruv. Time for Donny van der Beek, Ahmad Elanga to replace Matic, Rashford, and Phil Jones. Ooh. Harry Maguire, Dalot, and Shaw as wingbacks. Let me see what he's doing. Time for... I heard Ahmad can go out on loan, which is crazy. Donny van der Beek in. Don't know if he works hard enough. Elanga like that. He wants to get rid of Matic, Rashford, and Phil. Well, it's Phil Jones' time to leave. But shouldn't Phil Jones be playing instead of Harry Maguire, though? Just saying. And I'm done with Shaw. I'm done with Shaw. Sorry. When I look at it, I am done with Shaw. I'm done with Shaw, I am. There you go. Time to put all this energy into getting rid of the Glazers. I wish we could get rid of the Glazers. I just want them to sell, bruv. I think that's everything. That's all the super chats. All right, let's do it. Let me bring in Santi and Chris. Wait, I'm sorry, not Santi and Chris. Santi and Mark. Here you go. Mark, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, KG.
How you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah, I was good. Thank God. And you?
I'm very blessed. Diamond Dogs. What's Santi saying? Diamond Dogs? What's that?
You don't get the reference from your own show, bro.
No, sorry, there you go. No, but then let me see the top. Let me see it proper.
Oh, here.
Oh man, there you go. Shame I couldn't see, bruv. I'm terrible though. Go on, let me see the whole. I haven't seen that shirt before.
Right.
Man's got Ted Lasso merch, bruv. Where'd you get that from?
They have a store.
We ain't got no stores in the UK, bruv. Damn.
It's an online store.
Okay. When I go back on set, I need that. That's a liberty. You're the first one with this. I've got I'm gonna show it to you. You look. Let's start the conversation though. And I'll get my Ted Lasso bag that I got as a gift. Mark, I'm gonna come to you first. A lot of people. This is the main thing that people been saying so far, talking about mentality. The last caller, Sharon, says he wants to drop Ronaldo, and Ronaldo only plays for 30 minutes. Are you agreeing with some of the things that have been said? The floor is yours, and I'll come back.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with some of the stuff that's been said. I don't know about the drop in Ronaldo. You can't put it all down to Ronaldo. He is putting. You can see him trying to put pressure on defenders and stuff, but I wouldn't be putting everything down to Ronaldo.
You know, I agree, and so I know that Ronaldo is at fault for some things, but you know, and this is kind of like the way that I thought it is like Ronaldo may be at fault for like certain players trying to copy him and, you know, emulate him or like, you know, act the way he does.
Overshadow him.
But it's not his responsibility to fix that.
No. We knew when we signed Ronaldo he was 36 years of age. Like, we don't think Ronaldo's going to run from our box or from the opposition box to our box, back to the opposition box and score. He's not that Ronaldo. You know, he's a man that if you give him a ball in the right position, he's going to bury it. He's done it 6 times this year, 8 times this year altogether. So, like, we need the players around us the players around Ronaldo to help out. Like, Wolves cleared the ball out of their own box and won it back. We cleared the box over our own box, cleared the ball over our own box, and Wolves won it back. There's nobody working. I was so frustrated watching that game. We were clearing the ball, and Wolves were winning it, and they were clearing the ball, and they were winning it.
It's
like Ronaldo can't get the blame.
He can't. I'm glad that someone is saying this, but then there's some points that Shayon makes in terms of, you know, we have to play a certain. We're accommodating too much. We're accommodating Maguire. We're accommodating the midfield. We're accommodating. We have to kind of accommodate Ronaldo in a certain sense. It's a lot of accommodation, bruv. It's accommodation FC. That's what it feels like right now. Like, and there's got to be players that we just take out and say, you have to play this way, and we're gonna look after. We're gonna carry one player.
No, I can see the frustration of the fans. They're looking for somebody, and the biggest man on the pitch is Ronaldo at all times. When we're winning, Ronaldo's the man that everyone cheers. When we're losing, he's not doing the pressing. He's not doing what he should be doing. But you can't put all the blame on Ronaldo. There's loads of people. Like, I see Wan-Bissaka getting lots of abuse.
Yeah, week in, week out.
What did Luke Shaw do? At the two of them were playing. What balls did Luke Shaw put into the box? Fair enough. Wan-Bissaka done the 2-touch spin-a-rooney and fell on the ground. But listen, I'm not going to slag him off or belittle him. Like, he put in 2 good balls. Just unfortunately, they just weren't perfect. Yeah. Luke Shaw didn't do anything.
Hey, all I'm going to say is that when you look at the heat maps and everything, they were pushing towards Luke Shaw's side more than Bissaka.
Oh, definitely. I haven't seen any heat maps, but you're 100% right. Wolves kept recycling the ball and heading back for Luke Shaw. Wan-Bissaka has a habit. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, of trying to cover his centre half. But when he was pushing forward, he was getting left on his own. It's almost like we want him to control that side of the pitch. We want him to attack, but we need him to defend. Like, we can't expect him to do everything on the right side.
That man Santi is technology's finally working. Talk us through this, that man Santi.
Right. I pulled this up whenever there was the McTominay conversation, and I was sitting there like, no, that man is not a DM. Look at this. Like, when we look at, you know, his heat map right here, what's he doing all the way up here? Why is he not back here being a DM?
Exactly.
But yeah, but I mean, and it just so happened to fit in with the Luke Shaw conversation.
Let me see the Luke Shaw. Let's have a quick look at Luke Shaw.
Just look at Luke Shaw right there. He was right here. I mean, like, this is all of Wolves'
not
attack
even,
right on the.
Is that attacking? Is that getting forward, or where's that? Is that defending?
Yeah, this is forward. So if you look, we'll pull up all the forwards for Wolves, including the subs. They're all right there. You know, on the right hand side. When we pull up the midfielders, Moutinho, even Neves, like it's all on the right that area right there. They're pushing.
Haters will say that doesn't exist. All I'm saying, hey, that was good, man. Thank you for that, bro. Bro,
Yeah.
what happened? There you go. Now again, Blood Seed, Weatherman Santi with the heat map. Wait, hold on. I gotta read these super chats. Let me quickly put some respect on these super chats. Give me a second. Here you go. I'm blue dabba dee dabba die. I told you when Ragnick was announced as a consultant, he doesn't have power. But you guys are saying, nah. Ragnick's gonna be the new Messiah and play Donny. Well, ain't happening, is it? Here you go. I'm saying get rid of Matic, Mick Matic. Okay, McTominay. Yep, understand. And Phil Jones is better than, better than Maguire. I understand that. Wicked. That all makes sense. Ronaldo isn't the problem. He's a problem.
He's a problem, but I wouldn't.
He's a problem. He's a problem. I hate calling Ronaldo a problem. Here you go. Anyway, from the lovely guys at North Face. Look. Oh, where is it? You ain't got this though, have you, Santi? Oh shit, where's the dog, bro? I'm having a mare, fam. There you go. Wait. There you go. It's my travel bag. How nice is that, bro?
That is nice.
At the end of every season, they give us a gift. I hope Apple raises the stakes, bro, when we film the next season.
I wanted to ask you a question. So I'm sure you've heard about the Antonio Brown thing.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a coincidence that came out the same week that all these reports about the players coming out? Because when you think about it, Antonio Brown lost on about $1 million worth of wages by walking out of that game.
He's an idiot, though. He's so stupid.
That's yeah. But I don't know. I just thought it was very interesting as far as a coincidence, because problems always start from the top, you know. I don't know.
You reckon something nefarious is happening at the top with the Glazers? Not like is people up for something? Is there money that's gonna? I don't think anyone's reached their bonuses though. I don't think it's a bonus issue that the club doesn't want to pay. If that's what you're trying to insinuate.
No, I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. I kind of agreed with some of what Parallel was saying earlier. That you do have to put a balance. You can't just rule with an iron fist, because otherwise all the players are just you're gonna lose the locker room. That's what Mourinho did. But you do have to find some sort of balance there.
That's all right, we can listen. I'm gonna final points though. Let me get the final point from. Go on, Mark. Give me a final point as well. What do you think needs to happen? How do you think the squad can be helped? What's the main thing that we need?
My internet's going, lads. I don't know how this problem is fixed, but I know the players have to put in more of an effort. This whole letting the other team play with the ball, that's not going to like what manager's going to want to come to us, what players are going to want to come to us. There's not enough fight. There's not enough fight in the team. There has to be a rocket stuck up their arse, and they have to get moving. I know people are saying you can't rule with an iron fist, but maybe a steel toe cap up the arse. So
listen, big up, Mark. Have a nice one. Happy New Year, Santi. Give me your final point as well. Weatherman Santi, talk to me.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think it's. I don't think it's a blame on Ralph. I know I mentioned that, you know, to you last time we spoke, but I think it's just a matter of you have to get these players motivated. You have to get them behind the shirt, and if they're not going to do it, then you just have to make an example of one or two of them, and the other would follow.
Well, he tried to make the example of Bruno with dropping Bruno. So it's like,
Well, maybe Bruno and Rashford weren't the ones to do it with. Maybe you try it next with McTominay, or maybe you try it, next with somebody else. And now, I think it's interesting that, Maguire, I haven't seen much about his injury, other than the fact that we heard he was injured. I don't know whether validity of it is, but it could be possible that Ralph is slowly trying to do that behind the scenes.
I love it. If I see Varane Lindelof, I'm happy, and Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Da will be happy to hear me say that. But yeah, listen, big up yourself, Santi. Thank you so much, bruv. I like the technology's working now, bruv. His channel is coming. People said that I'm moving like Oprah. You get a channel, you get a channel. But I think, listen, if people are gonna block you and stuff, create your own doors, fam. And yeah, I see what this man is saying. It's the original, bruv. United Fan TV, fam. you lot know what to do anyway. He's a troll, innit? He is a troll. Let's do it though. Let's bring in two more faces. I'm gonna bring in Dollar and I'm gonna bring in Ken, bruv. Dollar and Ken.
Yes, Ken, what you saying, bro?
What's going on, bruv? Ken.
Happy New Year, my brother.
Hey, who am I talking to right now? Because obviously both cameras are off. Am I talking to Ken or am I talking to Dollar?
Dollar.
Dollar's the reckless one that was having a baby and called in. We ain't heard from Dollar since, bruv.
Father life got me back.
I heard he was on a ban, fam. Dollar was on a ban from his missus, fam. Not when she's giving birth, bruv. Man, it was reckless, bruv. There you go, though, man. Happy New Year, Dollar, though, man. Big up. How's the family as well? Everyone good?
Yeah, everybody's good, man.
Come on. It's mental, bruv. We actually know each other outside of this, which is brilliant. But anyway, less of that. Let's talk the real things, bruv. Ken, Happy New Year. What's going on?
What's good?
We're in pain, bruv. All Man United fans suffering all over the world, bruv. So let me let you start. Let me let you set pace. What's up with the squad? What's going on with Darren Fletcher? Can Mike Phelan fix it? Can Mike Phelan unify the team? And whatever thoughts that you have, go on. Can you start? You set pace.
So I've seen the reports out there around the squad, around Mike Phelan. I actually want to apply for the Vibes Man job because I don't know what Mike Phelan was doing, and in fact, looks like he stopped working. We stopped clicking. No, but on a serious note, I think the players need to be held responsible. It's pathetic, honestly, to see some of the reports that's been said. It's unfathomable that they're at one of the biggest clubs in the world, getting ridiculous amount of money to do something they actually love, and still saying, you know what? I don't feel it. Come on, Bryce. You're better than that. But I also I put most of the blame on the players. Then the board gets 60%, the players 30%. But then I also give us fans as well some blame. Ooh. We, like the players, are a bit entitled since Sir Alex Ferguson left, for honest.
Ain't entitlement keeping the standards right, though?
Yeah. But the thing is, we expect great football and we're not seeing it. But we keep rechanging the plan. The comment keep changing. The comments keep changing. First it was, we need a top-class manager. We've had Mourinho. We've had Van Gaal. Didn't work. We need someone up and coming. We tried Moyes. He didn't get long enough. The job was too soon for him. Then we had a club legend. Didn't work. Too nice to the players. All pals. And now we have someone that's methodical, professor-like at football. You want them to run, take instructions, play together, collectively. Aggression, we know his buzzwords. Control, aggression, presence, physicality. But we see none of that. And that's a complete lack of respect for the manager then. So it's these players mostly, but we keep changing what we want. Every time it's we need to sign new players. What about our reserves? What about our under 18s? Hannibal's a great midfielder. No one talks about him. We talk about Neves. We talk about Basuma. We talk about these guys playing in League 1 or wherever. But we have players we have Jimmy Gardner. No one talks about him. So we actually lost some of the things that made us great by being entitled and wanting to go out and get different players. And we get new players and they hold bench. Or they don't improve our squad. So why don't we just, some of these players that don't want to play, put them in the reserves, under 23, bring in some of the kids, Elanga, Hannibal, Shorteri, bring them in. They'll want to play. I'm okay to drop 6 points, but to send a message to the squad, I think.
I'm not okay with dropping 6 points. I'll be absolutely honest. We cannot drop any more points.
We're not that far off. Let's be honest. We're too reactionary. We're not that far off.
Listen, let me tell you something. First of all, let me start with this point.
Let Dollar have a second, Ken.
Let me start with this point, right? I've heard everybody talk about Ronaldo. First of all, Ronaldo bullied the club to get himself into the club. That's what happened. Like, you can spin it whatever way you want. Like, he's the GOAT, he's whatever. He bullied himself into the club, right? Now, the last 2 games I've looked at Ronaldo, it's sad. You're watching a man that's past his prime trying to do things that his body can't do anymore, right? Miss-kicking balls. You're saying you're not giving him chances. When we do give him chances, he's kicking it into the stands or completely missing it. It's embarrassing. And then you look at it and you say, okay, is this who Greenwood is supposed to be learning from? What we doing here? And now we're in this weird situation that we're saying, let's rip it up and start again. After we spent $1 billion on this squad, we want to rip it up and start again. Are you people serious?
Not rip it up and start again, but we do have 3 different squads. We have some still from Moy, Van Gaal, Mourinho, and now we have a new manager that's just trying to make it work. And these players are saying, nah, we're not having it.
Because these players are brats. They are spoiled brats that want to have it their way, that they don't want to work hard. Listen, the truth is, once, especially in England, if you've made it to United, you've made it. You're not going any further. After Man United is downhill. That's just the truth. In terms of reaching the pinnacle, if you've made it to United, you're not really going anywhere unless you leave England. Like, that's it. So we're now in this weird situation where we've got, on paper, quality ballers that can't ball anymore. And for me, I think there's just some sort of toxic attitude in the club, because you see world-class players or people on the verge of world-class that now come into the club and all of a sudden lose all their talent. When Bruno first came, he set this league on fire. Now, he can't make a 5-yard pass. Ronaldo came from Italy, top goal scorer. Now, all of a sudden, looks like Andy Carroll. What's going on?
But wait. So again, someone says people are coming for you heavy. They're saying that I should actually sin bin you, but there's a sin bin amnesty, so I'm not even sin binning anyone today. But they're saying that you can't really blame Ronaldo. Like, saying Ronaldo's the issue is annoying. People are saying that you've gone too far.
The thing is, it's bigger than Ronaldo, but Ronaldo is not helping the situation. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's all good and well. Everybody's saying, oh, Ronaldo's not getting the service. But when he has got the service, in the last 2 games, when he did get the service, what did he do? Like, we cannot turn around and say, you know what, everybody, because what we're doing, right, is we're changing everything to cater for one player. It doesn't work out. That's not football. That's not football. Everyone's got to put in a shift. If he's not putting in a shift, like other people have suggested, bring him on for 30 minutes. Now, one thing I do agree with Parallel that he said, then everybody's heads are gone. But if you remember, when Rangnick first got signed to the club, what was the first thing he said? Yeah, we're going to need to get somebody to speak to these people mentally, because mentally there's something wrong. And I believe that's true now. I honestly believe mentally these men are gone.
Let me let Ken have a chance to respond to some of the stuff you're saying.
Yeah, so to some element, Ronaldo's only a part of the problem, but the ship is sinking at the moment. So anywhere you look, you can pick out a problem. Ronaldo's also our top scorer, kept us in the Champions League. So he has a saving grace. He's also one of the best players to ever play. But I agree. I've watched Ronaldo now a few games, and he has the same movement where he checks inside and runs in behind. And if he doesn't get it, his arm starts to flap. And that's not the best. The body language, I don't really care for what Gary Neville says or what Sky Sport pundits say, to be honest. But he had a point where the body language doesn't look great. I saw an image of the team walking out against Wolves. Only Phil Jones looked up for it. And
absolutely. They all look like they got told off.
Yeah.
Them, heads down. This is before a ball was even kicked.
Someone took their lunch or something, and
it's ridiculous.
Go back to class and
that picture, it just helps the narrative though. You got Jones bare high in the air, bro.
But when you see the performance and the picture, the
bro.
context, when you see the performance, and in a retrospect, you see the picture, you're like,
absolutely,
you should have seen it.
Nah, man, it
KG,
feels like
I want to ask you something.
Nah, bro, it feels like them Illuminati things, bro. Like, see now, I got my hand on my head and see, look, he formed the triangle, bro, and it'll be the slow down video. Nah, get that out of here, bro.
KG, I want to ask you one thing. Do you think that we overhype the Donny situation? And the reason why I want to ask this is because I'm looking at the whole Ajax setup, right? All the players that got raided from Ajax, none of them are really tearing up trees in wherever they've gone. Now, is it a situation that they worked perfectly in the team they were at that moment in time?
Yeah, because they got the... Yeah, because let's say some names, actually. There was the defender that went to Juve.
De Jong, De Ligt,
Ziyech. The one that went Ziyech, that went to...
So when you really look at it, are any of them really tearing up trees wherever they've gone? And they've all gone for big P's, you know. Like, name me somebody out of that Ajax team that got raided who's really tearing up trees. Now we've had 3 or 2.5 managers that have come in, and none of them have really fancied Donny.
I think, but it's so annoying because Donny will leave, probably go to, like, if he did go to Newcastle, or we're not letting him go. Actually, funny enough, we're not actually selling him. He's not actually. I heard today that he's not available in January, no matter what. So there's no club that's gonna pick up Donny. I just want to see Donny. Like, you see what we used to say this with Fred. Remember when Fred never used to play for Mourinho? I don't know who never played Fred, but there was a manager that refused to play Fred, and then we gave Fred 5 games, and we said, "Oh, there's something there." I just want Donny to get 5 games. I just want to see what this guy is. 5 games, same position, play. Go on, Donny. That's what I want to see. Then I can say if he's rubbish or I can't. The jaw's still out.
It's quite duplicitous in the sense that he needs to do more because he's training every day. So if he's not making the squad or the starting 11 or not coming on, he's not showing enough of what's needed. But equally, he's not been given a chance to show what's needed. And you need a run of games to really get that confidence. He's like a guy that's shy of confidence. He's just trying to play it safe. Most players are trying to play it safe at United, which is killing me.
Yeah, but you can't even really say they're playing it safe. When you can't complete a 5-yard pass, is that really playing it safe?
Yeah, but the amount of times we had forward passes to play, and McTominay takes 3 touches, looks up, turns around, and then passes it backwards, it burns my chest.
Yeah, but now we're not even doing that. Now all we're doing is lumping the ball real forward to get to Ronaldo or to get to Cavani. It's just it's Route 1 football we're playing at the moment. I don't know whether Ragnick has looked at it and said, I don't know, these men just play long balls. I don't get it. But something is clearly wrong. There's a dysfunction within the squad, within the whole team, if you ask me, because this 4-2-2, I'm not going to lie, KG, Ken, is dead. Like, I don't think
we haven't seen him get a chance to implement it, though. And listen, my moderators, I hope you're modding right now, bruv. There's a guy that's on fire, bruv. He can't help himself, bruv. But yeah, mod that guy the hell out of here, fam. Yeah, listen, Dollar and Ken, man. Again, thank you so much for your opinions, bro. You man came in here. It's real. Like, I want to see a lot of changes. I don't think Ronaldo's the issue. I don't think Ronaldo's a problem. I think a big team can, and this is why it doesn't make sense. Why have we switched Tellez and Delo out when they were whipping in balls for Ronaldo to eat off? I know there's one thing we all know about Ronaldo. He's great in the air. Yeah, I don't know how many headed goals he scored for us here, but we should provide more opportunities for that to happen. There's times when Ronaldo's running with the ball, couple step overs, and you think, well, that doesn't really need to be your game night, right? We need to just provide moments for a number 9 to finish.
KG, a bit of homework. The next 3 games, watch Ronaldo. Just really watch Ronaldo. That's the homework. And we're going to buck up on Red Wednesday again. The next 3 games, watch Ronaldo. Please. Like, proper watching.
That's for everyone. That's for everyone.
Just say Sue. I actually want everyone to watch Ronaldo. Please.
All right. Listen, he said it. Ken, we got homework. Everybody, The next 3 games, we're watching Ronaldo, and I pray Ronaldo matches it up, bruv, because it's gonna be a long night for Dollar fam. It'll be a real long night, bruv. All right, let me kick it down from the studio. Let me go. I'm gonna go for another 5 more minutes. So let me just bring in a few man them. Let's go. I'm gonna bring in Chris. I'm gonna bring in who do I always talk to some of these done. So
KG.
Well gone, brother. How you doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm very good. KG wears makeup. I do. One sec. There you go. Yeah, we've said a lot tonight. You lot get you lot's opinions on Mr. Darren Fletcher, actually. So I'll let you start, Mr. Darren. Like, what you saying?
At this point, it's just sad watching this team. We can't hold on to the ball. We can't pass the ball. And regardless of who your manager is, you should be able to do that if you've been playing for 10 plus years. All of our players have been youth academy players coming up. You think at this point you would know how to control a game, how to pass a ball, learn a tactic. And the thing that doesn't make sense to me is this is a job for them. They're getting paid money to do this as a job. If you don't understand what someone's telling you at your job, wouldn't you want to stay behind? Ask them questions, learn what you're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, if you look at footballers, if it's not a 9 to 5 job, they go in. I don't know if anyone watches, but Ben Foster from Watford, he has a YouTube channel. He shows that they're not going in 9 to 5. They go in for like 2 hours from like 11 to 1, go home, come back. So if you're going to training, the manager's telling you to do something, and then you don't know what you're doing because they're coming out, they're saying they're lost on it. Wouldn't you want to be like, let me stay behind, ask them questions, and watch more film to see what we're supposed to do? These players aren't doing any of that. They don't want to stay past 5 o'clock. It's dark outside. Come on. I think with that, though, I would say 70%. Go ahead.
They're working hard, though. I'm not gonna lie. There's one guy here. He's working. I wish the Man United midfield worked on this fam. He's on fire, bro.
It has to, man. Has to,
bro. Not 1,000 accounts, bro, to trash him.
These people are brutal, man.
no, but the killer is it's mad because I don't care. Like, it's just only just messes up the whole chat thing. Do you know what I mean? But I don't actually like, in terms of words said, I don't give a damn, fam. But anyway, but yeah,
man.
The floor's yours, bro. Go true.
What they gotta say, KG, mentality still wrong. Also, there's so much uncertainty of what's going on. One of the things I said in the last group, they said, what is Raul's influence when he goes upstairs? Is it just a scam? Or are they going to give him the opportunity to be part of the decision-making process, or are they just going to exclude him? KG, what I see in games, man, is 2 different Ralphs. One Ralph who speaks very fluently on football, and then the other one who doesn't implement his style of play into the pitch.
Yes, there's 2 Ralphs. There is.
There is, man.
Yeah.
I see it, man. I see Darren Fletcher barking orders. That has Darren Fletcher's in the ear, man. In the ear, having the biggest influence on the pitch, getting the subs in or whatever, man. It has all over it. So it's just one of those. We had to get that sorted out. With the 11 players thing, look, this reports, I take it with a whole pitch of salt, because everything reflects on the results that happen on the pitch. But some of them do have legs, some of them don't. But the 11 players who don't want to play, man, hey, I let me know. I'll drive them to the airport. I'll give them no leg room up in Ryanair, and do one, because we want players who want to play for Man United.
100%. So do you lot think it's time to rebuild, Mr. Dada? You think it's a time for rebuild? Like, what's going on?
I think we're going to have to rebuild regardless. If you look at who we're going to lose in the summer, that's already 11 players, right? Lingard's going to be gone. Pogba's probably going to be gone. Cavani's gone. Most of our players are probably going to be gone. Mata, Matic. I mean, you're looking at already 11. They're gone. So we do need to rebuild.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's so funny, yeah. Hey, my mods are working hard. Someone said Man United.
KG, I wish they work. I wish the Man United midfield worked as hard as people like that, man. So,
you know
it says a lot.
It's funny though, but it's not. I don't know if this is pissing people off. Like, I'm sorry for the people that get upset, but I used to be this annoying. Like, I'm a middle child, didn't it? So I'm naturally annoying. Like, this is the kind of stuff I do to my sister, but
yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, cool. Oh man, hey, that is a loser. How he's got like 1,000 accounts, bro. He's brilliant, bro. Anyway,
impressive.
Oh shit, go on, man. Sorry.
I think, yeah, we left off on the players, man. Do I think we should be panicking? No, but we should definitely be concerned because the upcoming games we have, it's going to say a lot of what this team is going to accomplish. I'm at a point where they just play the youths in because players out there who need drop in end up coming in as a substitute and then don't perform. So we need something, and
we do. You're right, man. And again, as you said, the real rebuild is naturally coming because of all the players that are leaving. I just pray now that man, because some people have been giving Man United fans 10% of the blame, and I think maybe that could be right. Maybe we have to and I even talk to myself in them terms because there's players for me that I don't want to see get no abuse, so I don't want to see I like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and that is just my player, but it's not about Wan-Bissaka. He's not one of them that I say needs to start, but players like Bruno, I don't think Bruno should be getting the stick that he's getting. So I do go kind of hard in defending Bruno. I think that he's actually got enough credit in the bank to defend.
Yeah.
I have defended Ronaldo just because I do think he's a world-class player. I'm gonna watch Ronaldo for these 3 games. I'm gonna have a good look with no bias. And I think Man United fans all around probably have to take that next level of watching it like that. Let's watch these players with no bias, and let's not just put titles on players that because before even Greenwood was doing anything, we're calling them a generational talent, and I know we all did that. And now we set the lofty standards that I don't think he's struggling to meet. We got to look at these players and say, let's see how good you are. We've done the same with Donny van der Beek. We've all got gas because he's come from Ajax, and I don't know how many people are watching the Eredivisie, but I don't know if there's a lot of people. But anyway, everyone makes claims and said they've seen him play over and over again. And it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Well, let's see what this guy does, because we've done it. And I'm not comparing Chong to Donny or nothing, but we did the same with Chong. We was like, Chong needs to start. Chong starts, and we're like, it's not.
We saw the Rochdale game, man. No, needs time. But KG, you are right in terms of the fans. But the thing is, it's the hope. We want to keep the belief that Manchester United is going to turn things around. But there's sometimes where you got to stop watching Manchester United with your heart, and you have to put your thinking cap in. We want nothing better as fans to all those players, the manager, to prove us wrong, to succeed. I would have loved to eat humble pie, knowing that Oli could have won something for us, but at the same time, he proved me right. So as fans, we had to cut out the sentiment, and we had to put our big boy pants on and just say it as it is, because we may not like it, but maybe if we change some things as a football club, we could probably see something better. Big up my boy Chino, man. I love Chino. He's not here right now, but he always said it as well. He said it, hey, if my mom was doing a bad job, you're fired. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's real.
Yeah.
Listen, big up, man. Mr. Dada and Chris, thank you so much for being on the show, bro. Let me quickly say bye to the man them. Zuberry says, hey, where's the link? KG, this is a Liverpool fan, by the way. Probably advice is still available. Let's repair your big crack red tinted glasses. Big man, listen, I'm getting out of here, bro. It's 1 hour 30, bro. And I didn't sin bin anyone today, which is good for me because I'm on that, bro. It's a sin bin amnesty. You, man, understand the sin bin will be back. To all my modders, Thank you so much, because today went easy, bruv. We went against the gegging press of trolls, bruv. You lot did a good job still. I think we did well, but I think we could have had more control today still. So let's work on that, bruv. Wait, hold on. What does Ralph say? Individually and collectively, we can do better, fam. But then here you go, King of the Indies. You can't blame the fans. That's madness. Like, how dare we have expectations or support our players? It's mad. There you go. Here you go. KG word of advice: set alarm 5 minutes before. Yeah, I messed up today, man. If anyone knows the story, go on my Instagram. Actually, you'll see my story. It's crazy. My daughter was 2.5 hours late for school today because of jet lag, fam. We were fully sleeping, bruv. It was a mess. Anyway, the whole story is in my Instagram, same name as I have on here, KGTHA comedian. Yeah, you can go and check that out. Follow me on there. And yeah, everyone, stay blessed. Look after themselves. Mods, look after yourselves. Yeah, peace. I'm gonna set that alarm still because.
Dad, you're too reckless. Drop a bomb.
All right. I said drop a bomb, Dad.